Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out to MCC here tonight, where we present to you a candidate meet and greet for the Muskegon mayoral and city commission races. I'm David Taki with MCC. I'd like to take a moment to thank both the Chamber and MLive for co-sponsoring this event with MCC, and of course like to thank all of the candidates who have taken their time to be with us tonight, and all of you who have come out to hear more about what they have to say and make an informed decision for the August primary. So, without further ado, we'd like to get started by giving each of the candidates the opportunity to come up and give you a couple of minutes of conversation about their candidacy. We've decided to have the mayoral race speak first, and we've had the candidates draw randomly to determine the order of their speeches. So, I'd like to introduce Stephen Garin as our first speaker.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you to the organizers for the opportunity to come forward and be here with everyone tonight. For 12 years, I've been coming in front of the people of Muskegon, making my case to be sent to City Hall. I've had the honor to have been selected 3 times, and last year I was appointed mayor of my hometown. It's a humbling experience, and one that has filled my life with good people, rich relationships, and the shared efforts in serving Muskegon. For 12 years, I've been mentored and counseled by the finest people, government administrators, fellow elected officials, members of the business and nonprofit community, my family and neighbors. With 12 years under my belt, I've developed the resources and the know-how that keep me on the job. In the 12 months I have served as mayor, these relationships have played a key role in my being a part of major accomplishments, including Muskegon being recognized as a leader in municipal finance and management, concluding a long-term water system agreement and customer expansion, increased manufacturing investment and job creation, and new downtown and waterfront development, positioning Muskegon regionally as the port city. I'm told by leaders from neighboring governments and in business that they have confidence in the relations with us and trust us because we focus on positive communication, backed up by a commitment to good management, balancing our books, and focusing on key city services. This past Saturday, while I was at the farmers market, I ran into a former mayor from a neighboring community and was discussing campaigns. And the question came about yard signs and their value. I answered that those just aren't my yard signs. Those are relationships. Those yard signs belong to real people who have sustained me and our joint efforts these 12 years in making a better Muskegon. And that has been the recurring theme through all my years at City Hall. Hard work and good results built on relationships and shared efforts. I look forward to continuing my service arm in arm with each and every one of you, my friends, my neighbors, my fellow citizens of the city of Muskegon. Thank you very much.
I am running with a hope, a vision, and a listening ear to help shape a more stable and effective city. I have identified 4 areas of need that complement both my strengths and a vision for our city. These 4 areas are what I call SHED: safety, health, education, and development. Let me enumerate. Safety. I understand that a safe environment is predicated in a leadership able to answer the hard issues, to listen well, and to do what is best for our city by working with our police, neighborhoods, businesses, and our youth. All of us, regardless of race, status, or location, desire safe communities. Health. If we are truly one of the unhealthiest communities, it is imperative we elect leaders who model, advocate, and practice behaviors that promote good health. I plan to encourage and work with our local initiative to make a difference in the health of our city and our future. Education. I have a bold idea to not only help minimize financial bleeding of our education systems and place our institutions in financial black, but in addition, I believe through functional consolidation, we will be able to invest more effectively in a city and county reform that leads to more effective education and jobs. Development. It is imperative that our local government help to create an environment that attracts businesses by revisiting our zoning laws, redesigning incentives that bring profit to both business and to our city. Effective development is predicated on the present and potential strength of our city. And I don't want to get buzzed, so I'm going to sit down.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me out. I'm the baby of the bunch, but I have much respect for these two gentlemen that's sitting here. First of all, I'd like to say Muskegon faces a lot of issues. I categorize them as financial, family, and futuristics. Financial includes city finances, which are used to fund public services and programs the city provides. The question is what happens if we lose the BC Cobb plant? Family includes making sure that we all have a safe and affordable environment to live, raise our children, work, and eventually retire. Futuristics includes providing opportunities for our community to grow, dream, and ultimately achieve these goals. And how can we diversify ourselves so we are not at the mercy of one industry any longer? We have to look at how we can solve these issues. We have to face collectively, because in the past we have addressed one or two issues to deterrent of the others. It's a difficult test, but yes, we can do this. We can accomplish it by working together, getting input and environment from the community we live in and serve. It's a shame when our children spend a large portion of their time texting and tweeting and posting, or just talking about who got shot or beat up. I plan to be aggressive in ridding our city of violence that has spiked recently, but that's all the attention I'm going to give this senselessness, because it is a symptom of the past failures that I, Jeanette Moore, as your mayor, plan to end. Because I want Jeanette to do more for the people and be the voice for the people. I want people to speak and be heard. Just look around. I hope when you see my signs, you'll see more for Muskegon. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, candidates. We are now going to shift over to the city commission races. Again, we simply ask the candidates to bring up your paper placard and hang it off the front of the podium here so that the folks in the audience can get a better idea of who you are.
And take it.
Yes, and then take it with you when you go, please. And we're going to ask Mrs. Markowski come up first.
I always get yelled at for not using the microphone, so I'll do my best. My name is Leah Markowski, and I have been a city resident and a voter since 2004. I am the parent of an elementary-age child at Muskegon Public Schools. I consider myself to be a community activist and an avid proponent of our recreational opportunities in Muskegon. I'm requesting the votes of my fellow Muskegonites for a few reasons, the most important of which is my desire to contribute to my community and to fulfill the civic responsibility that is often taught and most often ignored. I strive to find meaningful opportunities to serve and hope to encourage other women and young citizens to learn about and participate in the inner workings of their governments beyond the ballot box in order to effect positive change. My interest in this position is geared towards the prospect of contributing to creative and collaborative solutions. I will foremost bring my ability to navigate complex problems through research, networking, and active listening. My professional and volunteer experiences have provided me the experience and interpersonal skills to interact with a variety of populations in a manner that is patient, empathetic, and encouraging. Decisions which affect so many may be difficult, yet I will accept the responsibility for the consequences of those decisions and focus on providing a positive result for the majority of residents. Not the least of my reasons is the desire to encourage sustainability among citizens. Much of my activism has surrounded educating the public about threats to our local resources and supporting land uses which not only provide access to the natural features of our area, but are also financially prudent and will provide generational benefits. Many of the Commission's current goals center on planning for a vibrant economy, land development, and the support of business. The ability to incorporate a worldview and strong community partnerships will be of the utmost importance to Muskegon's success. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate. Next up is Linda Traylor.
Let's change the sign here. Good evening. My name is Linda Traylor, and I am also ready to tell you some of the things that I want to do that got me involved with being the Muskegon City Commissioner, the candidate. Due to the fact that I run a life skills service program for social graces, I deal with a lot of youth, and I hear the youth coming to me all the time because they have nothing to do. My purpose here, when I do become the Muskegon City Commissioner, is to work with the youth to give them more of a positive attitude. Happy neighbors have happy kids. When the kids are happy, the neighbors are happy. When that's going on, it's better for all of us. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. If you notice, it's nothing for the children to do. They are do everything with what they're supposed to do. My goal as a candidate is to be able to go to the citizens from after I come from the forum and be able to talk to the citizens, see what they want, and bring it back to the forum and work with the other city commissioners so we can work together as a whole and get an input so that they all will know what's going on. I do that because I feel that the children, the youth, is our future. And with me being voted as a city commissioner, I will make sure I come to you like I came to you, and you was able to help me get on a petition. And I want to also be able to not be one of the commissioners that get your vote, never see you again. So I want to be able to be in the neighborhood and be able to give the citizens what they need. A happy people make happy neighbors. I would like your vote, and I'm asking for all of you to think about me as a candidate, and thank you very much.
I don't know if I'm close. Oh, there we go. It's quite live, Mike. Hello, my name is Dan Siebinga. Many of you know me as Dan Rinsema Siebinga. My legal name is Siebinga, so that is what I'm using in this campaign. I am coming to you to talk about why I'm interested in serving tonight. I moved to Muskegon 10 years ago with my wife, and we have a family now in Muskegon, and we've become extremely invested in where we live. We live downtown Muskegon and have been involved in the community since arriving. But the main reason why I'm interested in running is because Muskegon has given so many opportunities for us to get involved and to give back, and I feel that this is one area that I am capable of serving to give back, and I would like to explore that. So that is why I'm running. Some of my experiences that I've had since moving to Muskegon were that I completed a Master's of Public Administration right when I got back. I've worked at Muskegon Area First as a downtown manager for 5 years, and now I've worked at Muskegon Community College for 3 years, and I currently serve as the Dean of Workforce and Talent Development. I'm active with the Nelson Neighborhood Improvement Association, the United Way, the Muskegon County Workforce Development Board, and I helped to found the Taste of Muskegon. I also serve on the Irish Fest Board. So there's a lot of ways I've been involved, And I think all of those things have taught me that in order to move things and projects forward, you need to hear from all sides. You need to consider what is the best and most sustainable way for the organization or the group that you're working with, and make a decision to move forward. So all those experiences have contributed to that experience, and I hope to further that by serving on the City Commission. My top priority is definitely the economy. I've been interested in politics and the economy since young, and I believe that when I've worked with companies around town and I've seen some of the situations in our community, that jobs and healthy businesses and citizens that are engaged in that would contribute to a better Muskegon. Thank you, and I hope to talk to you later.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bill Larson. I would like to thank the college and MLive for putting on this lively candidate debate or presentations. A lot of people ask me, why do you want to do this again? I mean, haven't you had enough? And I guess the answer is no. And my campaign is a result of the lack of the current City Commission's ability to deal with critical situations vis-a-vis bike time. That should have been handled a long time ago. 4 of the existing city commissioners have less than 2 years' experience. I have served 6 years as a city commissioner and 2 years as vice mayor under Mayor Warmington. I have served on various city subcommittees and have both municipal and private enterprise experience. I'm a United States Army veteran, honorably discharged, a Muskegon High School graduate. I'm an MCC alumni majoring in marketing and management. I've studied traffic engineering at Michigan State University and soil erosion and sedimentation control at GVSU. I was the first soil erosion and sedimentation officer in Muskegon County. I'm retired and I have the time to vote to the city. If you have not seen any signs leading up to this point in the election, it's because I've chosen not to accept any money. I don't know if campaigning that way is wise. I do know that I will owe nobody my loyalty. If you want a candidate with experience, enthusiasm, and a true love for the city of Muskegon, vote for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, candidates. We'd like to invite Donnell Harvey to the podium.
Good evening. I'd like to thank the Chamber, MLive, for inviting me out here tonight. I thought about this, what I would say. Everyone can get up and say things about children. We all know that children are precious and they are a vision in the Lord's sight. But my one thing I would like to say is money. Make no mistake about it, Muskegon is a former shell of itself. Muskegon needs to eclipse its former self, and the only way to do that is through aggressive marketing. My campaign is born out of a vision of service. I've served honorably United States Air Force. I've been a proud member and an alum from Muskegon High School, one of the best schools in the country. And I stand before you, a person who has watched the stewardship of the financial resources of Muskegon, Michigan, at sometimes not go exactly the way they should. The council, whoever will be on it, truly faces a solemn-esque decision as refers to bike time. Like Mr. Larson said, there's a situation that should have been taken care of a long time ago. The people of bike time commit to the city and they commit to other people in order to make it what it is. And all told, revenues from bike time brought in a lot of money to the city. That's a lot of tax money. Last time we spoke, I reintroduced the word Port City. I think some of us who have forgot that Muskegon, Michigan, used to be one of the greatest ports on this side of the state. And if you elect me, I will continue to serve. And my vision of service is one that I think will take to the voters. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Eldon Brady, and I am one of the relative newcomers here. My wife and I purchased our home nearly 3 years ago in a wonderful little corner of the McLaughlin neighborhood full of wonderful neighbors about 3 blocks south of the former Wood Street Market. I am running because I have seen over the last 6 years working as an educator, countless intelligent students passing tests brilliantly, and countless brilliant students being failed by test miserably. One of the brightest students I've ever had the opportunity to work with, one who I can say with fair certainty is far more intelligent than I am, I've had the opportunity to work with in a summer school setting because he was failed by the test because he didn't check the right boxes. The right boxes on a test full of questions written by someone 1,000 miles and 1,000 lives away. And that's what I'm seeing happening to Muskegon right now. The people of Muskegon aren't failing our city. Our city is failing our people. We are asking our neighbors, with all of their genius and all of their brilliance and all of their hard work and all of their ideas, be those for events, community service, businesses, or neighborhood development, to fill in the check boxes in a standard regulatory system written 1,000 miles away and 1,000 lives away, and in most cases 50 or 60 years ago. And if we're going to excel as a city, we need to change our system, we need to change our rules. We need to find the brilliance, even if it doesn't fit the boxes. And we need to say to everybody, we are here as a city to let you make us shine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for coming out tonight. That you're here to learn more about the candidates ahead of the August 6th primary says to me that you care deeply about our community and our future. Now, I love talking about Muskegon and my vision for a citywide renaissance, but it's all the more enjoyable when I'm speaking to people who also love our community. So I just want you to know how much I appreciate you being here this evening. As for why I'm running for city commissioner, the short answer is because I love Muskegon. Making Muskegon a better place is a passion of mine, and I'm committed to working with the residents and businesses in each of our 15 neighborhoods to bring about a citywide renaissance. I was born and raised in the East End, having attended Oakview Elementary, Steele Middle School, and Muskegon High School. Today, I live on the West Side, serving as treasurer of the NIMS Neighborhood Association and telecommuting from my home as a senior analyst for a company based in DC. With this job, I could live anywhere, ostensibly in the world, someplace with an internet connection. Many have scoffed at me for moving back to my hometown 4 years ago, wondering why I wouldn't choose a more exotic location to set up shop. But I chose Muskegon. I love our people here. I love our history. I love our cultural institutions and our abundance of natural resources. Yes, we have our fair share of problems, which that's all they see. but I envision a future for Muskegon in which we overcome these challenges. Together, we must work diligently and continuously on eliminating the negatives while accentuating the positives. As I often like to remind people, where there's a will, there's a way. And rest assured, I have plenty of will to make Muskegon the very best place it can be. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate. We'd like to invite William Springstead to the podium, please.
Well, thank you for everyone for showing up. I'm William Springstead. I guess the reason I'm even running is I have 4 children, 10, 7, 6, and 3. I'm a product of the Muskegon area. I went to Angel Elementary, Steele, Muskegon High School, graduated from Western Michigan Christian. I see how much has changed. I see how my kids they can't play like kids anymore. I see how we're not having jobs that's coming into our economy. I see a lot of things that need change. We need strong people. We need real people that can actually lead. But also at the same time, we need a community that actually shows up and stands up for what they believe in as well. Everyone puts everything off on the leaders aren't doing this, leaders aren't doing that, but the community isn't coming together as a whole to make the leaders accountable for what you want them to do. My biggest thing is I'm happy if I can start getting 5 to 10 more people to show up at city commission meetings. I'll be happy about that. I just want people to actually understand that you can make a difference. I grew up I'm a product of the Wood Street neighborhood, where all the trouble is, where you got the shootings and things. I've lost a lot of friends, either to prison or to jail. I'm one that made it out of there, and I still live there to this day. As I'm gonna continue to say that, I believe Muskegon is a good place to be. I just think we got a bad rap, and we don't have the people that actually want to take the time and the effort to actually bring it back to where it can be and where it should be. Muskegon is a great place. We just don't have people that's gonna lead us in the right direction. We have a bunch of people that sit here and vote yes on a whole bunch of issues, but they don't really care. I mean, I think that people really need to care. You need to have leaders that's gonna be honest with you, people that's available to you to speak to. Not people, I mean, you go around Muskegon and you ask who the city commissioner is or who even the mayor is, most of the people don't even know, they can't even tell you. So I mean, it seems like you want someone that you can approach, someone that you can talk to, someone you should call on the phone, you have their address, you go to them. You make sure that they speak up for you, for what you want done. I mean, I can tell you what I can do for the city, but I want to do what the city wants me to do for the city. And that's why I think you should vote for me, William J. Springstead. We will change 2013.
To start, I would like to thank you all for your attendance tonight in the Muskegon Chronicle, the Lakeshore Chamber of Commerce, and Muskegon Community College for hosting tonight's event. I, like all the others here tonight, are trying to make Muskegon a better place and move Muskegon to the bright future I know it has. So it now begs the question, what separates each of us candidates from each other, and why should you vote for me over the others? I see myself as a member of Muskegon's next generation of leadership. As a member of that group, I am dedicated to the idea that our city has a bright future that is not about people, but the ideas behind them. These ideas are crucial for bringing new, fresh approach to City Hall and our town. This is why this election is so pivotal for the community, especially in conjunction with the current search for a new city manager. I don't have all the ideas or all the solutions our city needs, but I do have a desire for a better Muskegon and will be open to all who have suggestions for that future. The best way to secure the future for Muskegon is through making sure the city's finances are sound. The city is currently one of the most financially healthy municipalities in the state, but that is soon to change as the debt obligation from the Smart Zone at Edison Landing increases, and the Community Foundation stops paying part of that obligation. This makes the importance of continuing to fight for development of that property and those all over the city, such as Sappi, BC Cobb, and Michigan Steel, all the more important. This development will create much-needed tax dollars, which are key to a secure future. For more police, money is needed. For more programs for our youth, money is needed. For anything, money is needed. And the best way to secure that money is not through raising taxes on our citizens, but through property tax on new development. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ray Charles Roberson. I'm running because I'm tired of the way the city going. You know, I was born and raised here my whole life. I have seen a lot of people in jail, in prison, and it's time for a change. You know, I want to know, as a city commissioner, we need to go out there and meet the people, ask these young kids what are we doing wrong as a community, how we can help them. You know, my vision is, being a city commissioner, is have an open door policy. You know, walk the streets in our neighborhood. We shouldn't have to walk the streets in fear at night. We shouldn't have to lock our house up, windows and doors. Every house you see now, they got an alarm on it. When I was coming up, we didn't see too many houses with an alarm system on it. You know, our main thing is bring more jobs, get a diverse police force. You know, it's a lot of things we can change, and a lot of things, like you said, we can, as a community, we deserve better for our town. You know, as a people, we want more jobs here. We need more. I'm speaking from the heart, so you have to bear with me. You know, we as a community, we deserve more in this town. You know, we losing jobs. We need to go out to more business, to ask the business, when we come here, can y'all come to Muskegon and give y'all the tax breaks? You know, as a city leader, we should have an open door policy. People should come to your house. You should have your phone number available. You know, if something going in your neighborhood and you're afraid to call the police and rather get repercussions, come to me, let me do it. You know, we need neighbors get to know each other. We need neighborhood gardens, you know, for neighbors can know each other. That's the main thing what's going on in our town. You know, half of these people who own the board, had they walked down Wood Street, had they go in these violent neighborhood. Like you said, the people in our neighborhood don't even know who the city commissioner in their neighborhood is. Like I said, they don't even know who the mayor is. You know, I want to know, have anybody on the board of the city commission went in a bad neighborhood and talked to the kids what's going on down in their neighborhood. How can we change this? What can we do to make it better for y'all? You know, first thing gonna tell you, like I go in the neighborhood and ask them, we need something to do. We don't have no community centers. And it's a shame in our town, we don't have no community center for the kids to go to and relate. You know, we got to help the kids. Like I said, the kids is our future, and we need help. As a city, we need people who can go out there who help the kids, who ain't afraid to talk to the kids. My name is Ray Roberson. I appreciate y'all vote. Y'all have a nice night.
Thank you, candidates. We've heard now from our assembled candidates what they want to tell you in terms of themselves and in terms of their campaign. Muskegon is a community that faces challenges, and they have all spoken to that in one way or another. But we, at the Chamber, at MLive, and at Muskegon Community College, wanted to ask the candidates a specific question. What does Muskegon need to do to secure its future? The answers you will hear, mind you, are coming from our future mayor and at least 2 members of our future city commission. So we want to invite them back up for a minute to give in as much detail as they can and as they choose to the answer to that question. What does Muskegon need to do to secure its future? We'll go in the same order as we did previously, so we'll start with Mr. Garan.
I misplaced my name tag. But I'm still Steve Garan, just like it was the last time. What we need to do in Muskegon is what we've been involved in critically and have been for years now. And Muskegon will continue to growing its economy and commerce and manufacturing through increased business recruitment and retention efforts. We will address the need for an educated and well-trained workforce through partnerships with the education and business communities. And we will responsibly develop our local resources, including our harbor. And we have initiatives going right now. We will continue to provide innovative and focused law enforcement to provide safe neighborhoods and fight blight. We will restore the city a house and a block at a time. And we've been doing that in partnership with our neighborhood associations as well. We will maintain a strong and talented city administration staffed with experienced and dedicated individuals to provide a high level of service to the people. We will focus on finance, essential services, and relationships with our partners to deliver the best results for Muskegon, Greater Muskegon, and West Michigan. We will think and we will operate regionally. It's critical. Thank you.
what Muskegon needs to do to secure our future. We need to prioritize our time, our financial resources, and our focus on developing our lakefront and our downtown community in conjunction with our inner city neighborhoods. We need to make decisions with the foresight of how our decisions will place us as a model city 10 or 20 years from now and not get caught up in the emotion of the moment. 3, we must connect our neighborhoods in a reciprocal relationship with our businesses and our academic institutions to push for a better tomorrow. We need to vote for an advanced leadership that is invested in the good of the whole as opposed to the aggressiveness of the minorities. We need to understand sustainability and its impact on us now and our future, and I'll stop.
What we need to do to secure our future in Muskegon is to work together, to be a community, to get to know everyone, and do not put division and fix what's broke and then improve on what's going good. That's what we need to do. We need to know our neighbors, know what's going on, and build on that. Build on faith. Build on the way things used to be when a handshake meant something to someone. That's what we need to do.
I don't have name tags, so again, I'm Leah Markowski. I'm currently the incumbent. I was appointed approximately a year ago. And a few items of importance, they are not the only items, but a few, are that we need a strong plan for communication with our residents, with our tourists, with our business community, to share opportunities, important safety information, and the information that we all need to know. We need to have clear expectations. We need to hold ourselves and our neighbors, our elected officials, and our business leaders accountable for our actions and for positive engagement. We need to focus on resource navigation. As there are many problems needing solutions, there are also many options available to assist them, and there exists a communication and connection gap. Adaptability. We will never be as a city what we once were, but do not doubt what we can become. Whether we are large, small, or somewhere in between, we can still be successful.
What can you do as a commissioner to move the city forward? Number 1, we need to study the issues, concentrate on the concern of our citizens, and cooperate and communicate with my fellow commissioners who's already on board so we can communicate as a whole. Thank you.
The city of Muskegon has had a proud history, and I think we have a proud future ahead of us. In order to secure that future, the most important thing is financial security. We face uncertain fiscal times with the BC COD plan and other property tax issues. In order to secure that future, we need to make sure we have our fiscal house in order. We need to look to ways to shore up our tax base, and we need to look to ways to create prosperous residents and prosperous businesses that create a virtuous cycle of a positive future for Muskegon. Thank you.
Bill Larson back again to finish up. I find it interesting, I'm the 7th person to speak, and nobody spoke about crime. My number 1 goal would be to attack crime and its core roots in the city of Muskegon. Those roots are poverty and unemployment. Secondly, develop a vibrant and active downtown. Third, continue its fiscally conservative policies that have kept the city solvent. 4, support the neighborhood associations in their goals of bettering their part of the city. 5, continued involvement and expansion of consolidation of municipal services. Vote for a leader, not a follower. I am that leader. Thank you.
Donnell Harvey. Muskegon is the greatest. We won't get any arguments out of anyone in this room. We need to showcase it to the world. We need to exploit, and I use that word in a good way, all of its natural resources, the land, and of course that big beautiful lake out there. God's not making any more land, and we got all the water any company could want. We live in a digital age in which we could make viral videos. We can get on, sing jingles. We can do anything necessary in order to showcase this beautiful, great country, disregard this beautiful, great city for what it is, the gem of Lake Michigan. An unpolished gem, but a gem nevertheless that needs to be showcased and needs to be held up for everyone to envy. Muskegon needs to be the city, that girl that everyone wants to dance with. Thank you.
Two things I believe are important going forward. One general, one specific, both critical. I've had neighbors who tell me I have this great idea for a business, but they'll never let me do it. I have this great idea, but I don't know the right people. As I've talked to my neighbors about the difficulties we've had with what we're trying to do in our neighborhood, I've been told, well, you thought they'd let you do it? As long as a single person in our community believes this is a friends and family business, that who you are determines what answer you get from the city, we won't go anywhere, and that has to change. The second is we need to aggressively recruit among our outstanding high school seniors at Muskegon and Muskegon Heights High School and pay for police academy. That's the only way we're going to get law enforcement officers that are familiar with our community and its issues. And that's how we are going to get law enforcement that reflects the full spectrum of color and the full quality of character of our community.
What does Muskegon need to secure its future? 1, reduce crime, especially violent crime. 2, foster a business climate conducive to investment and job growth. 3, establish Muskegon Lake's East End as a shipping and logistics hub. 4, taking advantage of our deep water port and rail and highway connections. 4, partner with schools and colleges to improve and expand educational opportunities. Considering where we're at right now at MCC, I'd like to quickly expound on the college's role in securing Muskegon's future. In addition to helping residents obtain the skill sets needed for the jobs of today, the establishment of a new science center, one that emphasizes marine technology and alternative energy production technology, will help with training for the jobs of tomorrow. Meanwhile, MCC and Muskegon would be well served by locating an arts and communications center downtown. Not only would students benefit from partnerships with the many culture institutions downtown, such as the Fromenthal or Museum of Art, but this center would act as a powerful catalyst for downtown redevelopment. I hope you'll join with me in helping to improve Muskegon. Please go to votekenjohnson.com to learn how you can get involved and to learn more about my campaign. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Securing Muskegon's future. That starts with all of us citizens. That's right where it starts at. Everyone needs to start at home. You need to take care of your families, raise your children the right way. Then you raise and be productive citizens. Then they can lead our community the way that it needs to be led. That's what we start at in the beginning. I mean, we all know about the violence. I mean, I live in the city. We all live in the city. We know what's going on. There's no sense of wasting time on it. The simple thing is that we need to stick together as a community. We have communities on the lakeside that's doing real good. We have communities on Wood Street that's doing real bad. Why can't we get those people together and combine them and figure out what are they doing on the other side that's working so well and what's not working so well on this side? So let's combine those and start there. Everything else will come if we start at the bottom, what we really need to start at. You can reach me at We Will Change 2013 on Facebook, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak for you today.
I'm still William Snyder. I kind of went into this before. The best way to secure our future is through making sure our city finances are sound with the declining revenues, especially with the BC Cobb closing in a few years. In the development of some more, using our port more, that's something that we really, I think we can use it more. And lastly, crime. Obviously, you hear people talking about East End, West End. I live on Wood Street. I see the crime that happens and stuff. We need to attack it from its root causes. We need to start with the petty crime first and, you know, work up the ladder instead of work down the ladder. Thank you.
How can we improve Muskegon? First of all, make our business accountable. You know, business come in, we give them tax breaks. They don't bring the jobs here. They go somewhere else. You know, we're gonna give a business tax break. They should be accountable for doing us wrong, in my say. So, the second of all is violence. You know, I always say violence because the violence is like you said on Wood Street, Nelson, is violence down there. And as a community, we need to go out there, like I said, talk to the kids, find out what's going on. You know, make business accountable. Go to some of these bids and give them a tax break before they can hire kids for summer jobs. You know, that's the main thing. You know, keep the kids off the street. Get activity center for these kids to do. You know, that's our main thing is the violence going around in our neighborhood. People can say, you know, it don't happen, but as long as it don't happen in their neighborhood, they don't care. As long as it happens in someone else's neighborhood, they don't care. But when it comes to their neighborhood, it's a big issue now. You know, that's my main thing. Thank you.
Thank you, candidates. We would like to once again thank all of our mayoral and city commission candidates for coming out tonight and agreeing to speak with us. Let's all give them a great round of applause. Before the people who have assembled here tonight can serve us in their capacity as civil servants, we must first act in our capacity as civilians and as voters in this community. Your attendance here speaks volumes about your commitment to our community and your desire to be informed about the issues. There's a phrase that says all politics is local, and it doesn't get much more local than this. What we ask now is that the candidates who have time to remain and those of you who have time to remain engage in a forum, talk to each other, circulate amongst each other, follow up on the things the candidates presented in their presentations, and be sure to vote both in the primary and the general election. The Chamber, Muskegon Community College, and MLive will be partnering to bring you debates later in this season on October 21st and 23rd for the general election. We look forward to having several of these people back for those debates, and we look forward to your continued attendance and support. Thank you, and this room will remain open. Sorry? Oh, yes, by all means. The primary is Tuesday, August 6th. All right, and be sure to check with your local area as to make sure you know your voting locations so that we can put some of these folks on the ballot for the November general election. Again, this room will remain open until you are done using it. All right, so by all means, please take this opportunity and thank you again.